on Fighting Spirit. We're both choosing Mong, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I
Although
expect
I'll cheer for free in this matchup. We need more Protoss players, clearly.
nah, Bisu's the only one you need.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I honestly, how can you not cheer for Mong? He's like one of the coolest dudes on the new scene here, and he's worked his ass off to get where he is.
Yeah, he did.
For those of you who don't know or weren't watching StarCraft in 2012, Mong won like everything. He was kicking ass back then.
Everything. Started losing everything when the new Cusper Pros came back in, and then he's working his way back up now.
Right, right. But that's kind of makes sense. Is that there are these high level players that came back, and he has this heavy competition. But instead of just falling out like maybe a player like Beast has, who did really well in 2011 going into 2012, Mong is someone who was able to improve because the competition improved. So he had better players to practice against and play against and learn from.
And players are talking, people are talking in the chat about Nato. Yeah, Nato was very probably one of the best parents ever alive. I wonder what he's doing right now. Not his body thread.
Yeah, it should be taken over and go for best body thread. 301 stream viewers on the Snepalot channel. That's pretty good, considering there's what 10,000 on the other one. I haven't looked yet.
It's
8,400.
8,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Larva's got 1,700 viewers.
I think I just watching Larva commentate the games. Cause after him, like right before we started casting, he was also just started watching the games too. Yeah. His own casters, three Zerg matchup you could talk about. So actually, what I think Free might do in this game is he has two options: A, try to go for sneaky arbitrary play, or B, do like a cheese opening. Because I don't think he has any chance to stand up against Monk in a standard PvT game.
Yep.
Monk is just simply a monster.
Oh, yeah, wow, I think Free's best chance is to not play standard at all.
He has many options. You could do like a DT drop, Reavers, Bulldog. I actually would love to see a Bulldog.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Dude, you read my mind. I was like, he should totally Bulldog Mong, because that would be badass. If you guys don't know, that's a really aggressive gateway build with shuttles mixed in, and you basically airlift your units into the main base. Super aggressive.
Oh, man. Oh, we have not seen Bulldog in years, man. I would love to see it happen again.
Yeah, I actually did an episode on that when I was doing my weekly show last year. It was a very fun episode to do. Okay, call him out.
Looks like in the bottom right-hand position, we're going to have Free as the blue Protoss, and in the top right position, we're going to have Mong as the teal.
And welcome, everybody. This is the Kongdoo Starz League. I am BisuDagger. On the microphone is XKCD, who just called out the player locations here. And we're both excited to be seeing the fourth game of the day, Group D, Free versus Monk on Fighting Spirit.
Looks like both players are going to play standard. There's no early SV or pro going out. Looks like we're probably going to see a macro opening from both players.
Right, and we've talked a lot about what we think Free should do because he's clearly the underdog. But what about Mong? I mean, he's got Fighting Spirit, which means that he can pretty much open up any way he wants. Will he go for like a very economic build of a 14cc and be that risky, knowing that he's got the advantage against his opponent?
I think on Fighting Spirit, Monk could actually go for the barracks CC build, because in the top right position as a Terran player, you can build a barrack in a CC and still have it be zealot tight between the gap in between the two, without needing a supply depot. So we're actually going to see Monk do that, as I call it. He's going to build the barracks from the low ground, and you can just
Right.
build the command center in natural position, and the gap between will be Zealot type, but not Marine type. So you're going to have the natural wall off for Marines to fight the Zealots. And looks like so we're going to see Gateway Simulator already coming out for free. So it's probably going to be a one gate expand build for free.
Yeah,
Monk is
most
scouting.
likely, unless he sees more units than he's comfortable with, going off of one gateway expand is pretty viable for a Protoss player.
Yeah. And I'm curious about Monk scouting crosswise. You probably think that since he didn't see any probe yet for the Johnny, if you see a pylon scout, the probe already have arrived, so he's probably thinking that Freeze cross spawn. So it looks like
Right.
he overthought himself. And there goes down to command center for Monk.
Well, the huge advantage of going in the middle, obviously, is that you can build 2 gateways there, and then you're pretty much in trouble once you find them. But still, it allows him to know that there's nothing cheesy going on, and it looks like he will eventually find his Protoss opponent over in the bottom right.
Good call by Monk on that. With his the Gaston right there. He is sending actually a second. There's the Marines scouting now from Monk to the
Yeah,
top
he's
left.
very unsure what his Protoss opponent is doing. It's very critical that he can get inside and find out whether there's been an expand. Has he taken the gas yet? And seeing that this core is spinning lets him know that it's going to be just that range goon expand. And that bunker will come down at the front to help defend here against that future aggression of those ranged dragoons.
Monk doing engineering bay block.
Oh, wow. Very cool by Mong. It's just going to delay that Nexus a little bit. I mean, not incredibly difficult to get rid of since not much time was put into building it.
But that's going to delay the first Dragoon from getting to Monk's natural. That's going to save a little bit more money on the repairing the bunker.
Very good call.
And Monk still has an SSB in the middle of the map. He's going to proxy a factory or something? Oh. I wonder why the SSB is there.
Well, we're
first
definitely
factory
seeing that
not
go into the bottom left, and we will have to wait and see. Maybe he's going to pull a C and build a proxy starport. I doubt that we'll see that, though.
Yeah, so first Valley more you get into the main. Like once the range is done, we'll see 3 start to hammer down. Monk will be forced to repair with SCVs until the tank comes out. Good catch by 3 to get that SCV. But,
Well, actually, the SCV manages to get by because he glitched around that corner, and that's just going to be a huge attribute to the poor AI of the Dragoon. Once again, failing Protoss players, as they do all the time. And here comes a proxy pylon across the map inside of that third base location. And is it going to be aggressive DTs? That's going to be the question.
Yo, I think we're seeing Bulldog.
Yes. It's absolutely possible here. He could drop down robotics facility. Yes, and that's what he's going to do because shuttles are so slow. You want to build them as close as to your opponent as possible to be able to get them inside of the main base of your opponent here. 2 factories are going to be coming down. 3 SCVs to the bunker is the perfect amount to repair right now at this point. Another gateway drops down too, and I was curious to see if he'd put a forward gateway also, but he's not fully committing to this, where he won't be able to recover if it doesn't work. And the Terran Academy coming up, going to provide those scans, as we do see the robotics facility is going to be done very shortly.
Oh wow, it's actually a bad decision by Monk to get the scan instead of the turrets. If we had the turret, then at least the shuttle will be held off. But it looks like the way the Freeze playing it, that even if the Bulldog attack will fail, he still has an option to continue moving on. I wonder if we're going to see a Reavers or just going to be a standard shuttle. And oh my goodness, first tank is out. The siege done yet? Nope, not there.
Oh, and he's keeping it in the regular tank mode, trying to poke through and use that nice range of the tank to maybe get a shot off on the Dragoon here.
Oh, there's a robotics. Okay, so Free's going to go for Reavers instead of doing the Bulldog, unfortunately.
Right. But what he might be able to tell very quickly is that there are no turrets on the top, trying to catch those vultures, but they managed to escape, and he's actually going to chase them. Oh my goodness, did he miss the pylon?
I have noted, did the vultures see it?
And this is a sick reaction. Go for the pylon wall at his natural to prevent that information from the vultures here.
Yo, Oh, this is really good play by Free. Free cannot let Mong inside the main base at any cost. Otherwise, this entire build will be spotted, and Mong will have time to react to it.
Now, something important here is that Monk already put down 2 spider mines. Now he's wasted 4 spider mines on the map. And I know that he's got 3 of them per vulture, but still, using those critical spider mines on the offensive to block Nexi, well, actually might hurt him when he has to go for the defense here.
Oh, this got spotted, got
spotted. He finally does see it here.
Oh,
and is he going to be able to pick up the Reaver? Yes, the Zealot comes out and able to pick up those spider mines here. So this is going to be a huge moment. The turrets are going to come up as fast as possible. Actually, he doesn't have an engineering bay done, does he?
No, he doesn't. He only has
He has to build that engineering bay and maybe use Marines. So there might not be Marines inside of the bunker. The Dragoons can go down the front if they want to.
But there's mines blocking.
Oh, wow. So it looks like Mong is able to defend so far here.
Oh, one mine
Great
hit.
micro from those Dragoons. Picking off 3 mines already. Only one of them manages to hit.
Oh, meanwhile, the shuttle is still being super annoying in the main base. And wow, Free already has an observer coming out.
This is absolutely an insane game right now as Free is looking to make economical damage. He's coming in the back here. There's no units right away. The Reaver might be able to get a shot off. A huge hit, taking out a couple SCVs. And now the Marines go down. There's nothing for anti-air. He needs to eliminate the SCV building the turret right now.
Monk's third right now. He already has a third CC completed. And Free doesn't see it.
Wow, that shuttle just skirting by, not able to see the vision of that command center here. Would have been able to hit off one of those SCVs and maybe bring those Dragoons over to kill off the third base. Instead, Mong is gonna be able to gain more economy here. That shuttle's so close, yet so far.
It's camping on the left side. I don't think anybody knows now.
Oh man, this game is getting absolutely hysterical. As tanks move out, it looks like maybe Mong is going to get a little bit aggressive. He's got quite a bit of forces, or that may just be spider mines in the middle here. Okay, 4 vultures to mix in as Mong looks to gain a good siege position out and stay defensive.
I don't think Free knows about the command center yet. He doesn't know.
Oh, but he does move in. He's going to see very quickly here. The SCVs do get transferred. Is he going to be able to drop down the Reaver? Oh, he keeps him alive. It's just far enough.
Oh, the dud.
Oh, man. But he does manage to take out the turret at least.
Yeah. That's going to slow down Monk just a little bit, but note that Monk's actually ahead now because his third is before Free's third. And he didn't actually lose that many drones, that many SCVs to the Reaver attack.
And Monk has a 4th command center. It looks like he's floating a command center down to the 3 o'clock location too. So his economy is going to be doing really well going into the mid game here.
That's a barracks. That's not a command center.
Is it? Okay.
Or maybe no, that's the engineering base.
Gotcha.
And now Monk's already built our port, and then he already has defensive tanks and turrets now. Basically, what Monk has to do is just defend, wait for his +1 attack to finish, and then you start being aggressive. Because C should have nowhere to kill him off right now, because C's own third is quite late. But Mong doesn't have the actual resources to kill off Free, but Mong is actually ahead right now. But Mong needs to kill off the robotics facility first, though. You can't let Free keep producing observers from it.
Right.
I wonder if Free has built a second one yet.
Now, at least one thing we can note is with the build order that Free went for, there wasn't a stopping in pro production. So he should be fairly fine as far as his worker count goes, and he was able to deflect that vulture attack that was going to come to his natural early on. So now it's going to come down to when can he take his 4th, because you really want to get that 4th base up before you can start engaging and playing the war games with your Terran opponent.
Mm-hmm. So looks like both players are kind of positioning around the outside of Long Bridge. Reaver's going into the main base again.
Oh, the Reaver's going to die, though. It doesn't even get a shot off here. And now the Dragoons and Zealots are going to push in. The supply depots and tanks are both in nice positions here. But I think that Mong's a little too spread out.
Oh, Mong made a mistake. He pulled all of his vultures back, so the tanks were free to the Zealots. Oh,
yeah, so that Reaver dive was actually just a diversion to get Mong to overreact here. But the SCVs are actually doing a really good job of walling off. And these Dragoons here, are they going to get enough damage in? The Zealots are going to try and maybe focus down this tank and the SCVs at the a 12 o'clock location.
Wow. Where did all the Monk stuff go? He lost everything.
I thought that wall off with the supply depot structure was going to be way too strong for Free's army to move in, but it looks like maybe he's going to be able to take this game. There's just such a sparse army here from Mong right now, and he's doing everything he can to react to Free's aggression. A Wraith is out, awkward enough. I wonder if he just needed to build units at this point. But the Zealots are streaming in, only SCVs and Vultures to defend. I don't know if this is going to be enough for for Mong.
Oh my goodness. Like Free has no, Mong has no mining at the third, no mining at the natural. He's only mining off of maybe like half a base at most. And there's still Zealots in his main base, so even if he builds that off, he's losing so much mining time.
Right.
And Free's just rallying units right now.
And if you all saw Free's face, he had that look that you get when you're so focused because you know you're right at the tipping point of your opponent, and they're just moments away from being able to lose this game. But the tanks on the high ground are going to be in a pretty nice position here to possibly take back this natural.
It looks like Free's already going to be taking his fourth base at the bottom left. He's already had his probe down there to start building pylons and nexus.
Right.
And
interestingly enough, though, there are no upgrades for Free at this point in the game. +1 is done for the tanks, and maybe that's where Mong can take this game back, is if he was able to stay ahead in the upgrade advantage.
But what Mong needs to do right now is turtle on 2 base, take the close third.
Right.
And then basically he has to play for the game. He has no way to win right now. Free's so ahead right now. But Free has no upgrades though, so that's where Monk has the advantage.
Oh, that command center is getting so low right now. Is he going to be able to repair it in time? It's getting down to 80 health. Oh, and a drop here. The Vultures in the back. Great reaction from Free. Very nice play.
That did no damage. I don't think he got a single probe kill, did he? And it looks like Dragoons killed the shuttles as well. Both Monk's Vultures are trying to poke. I think the command center left.
Yeah, just barely does stay alive here. Has one of the SCVs in the back there to repair it. And then I imagine he'll float it over to the third. Now, what I thought earlier was that the pylon was killed at the 3 o'clock location that was supporting the robotics facility, but he left that completely untouched. And that was a huge mistake by Mong too. I think he could have been able to at least kill off that pylon earlier in this game.
Yeah, but Free wasn't building anything out of that for a while, so like he already assumed that he would lose it anyways. Looks like Free's going to go for another big attack here, but Long has also support and tanks on the high ground.
And the D-Matrix on the Wraith, which is pretty amusing, but I guess it was just enough to soak up the attention of these Dragoons. He might be able to hold this one last attack here, but the second wave of units might just be enough here to finally push it back. This is a huge blow. This is exactly what I mentioned when I wrote up the article here. If Free, GG, was able to take 1 or 2 wins here, he could definitely throw a wrench in this TVT group. And it might just be about this Protoss player. And he is just 1 win away from possibly advancing out of this group in first place.
He's 1 win away from being what I would consider to be really safe. Wow, Monk. He messed up there, man.
He's looking very upset.
He overreacted to that the second Reaver shuttle coming in.
Right. Well, Mong also shows us why it's so difficult to take that third at the 12 instead of going for the 3 o'clock expansion.
Yeah, I was thinking that Mong would take the third at the 3, because then that's easier for Terran to defend. You still have that area between the natural and 30 to position your tanks. And plus, you can sit tanks on the low ground and still protect the third from the high ground. Oh, man.
That was just incredibly aggressive by Free. And even though he didn't get any damage done with the Reaver, he did it enough to distract Mong. And that's what it was all about, was just gathering the attention of Mong into other locations while his army just gained power and superiority. So really well played by Free. He showed how Protoss can really take advantage of their forces and beat the Terran opponent.
And I also want to point out that Free basically had a timing where Mong didn't have enough units to even hold. Like, Mong was trying to build supply depots and mine to SimCity insult basically.
Right.
But Free still decided to go for it, had the guts to manage to push through all those tanks with his zealots, and his managed to swiped out Monk, which then started the downward spiral of that game. So
And
overall, like Free's experience basically won him the games against Monk.
right. The issue there though on Fighting Spirit while he was building up those supply depots is he brought his tanks across that bridge too early. And I know that he had those tanks in the position to protect his third, but the problem is it made that bridge too weak because he needed 1 or 2 more tanks on the other side towards his natural to be able to make sure the natural couldn't be broken. Because you can always lift and move your command center from the 12 o'clock location if you absolutely have to. But losing the natural is much more critical.
Right. Like even like right now with Terrans, like most Terrans, even if they have an advantage, they still won't even push solid the way that Monk did. Like the other current top tier Terrans, they'll stay behind that bridge and then turtle up there and then start to push out once they have like either 2-1 timing or where they have enough vultures to soak up the zealot damage.
Right.
So the tank can refire the dragoons.
So with Mong losing this match here to Free, which is one that he should have won, I don't know if he can advance from this group. I know you think that he might be able to beat C, but if he loses to Piano, then that's going to be a 1-2 record where he might be able to go advance through the round robin, but it's going to be so difficult now being 0-1 in this group.
Right. Any other thing to note is that C will now have to play Piano as well. Sorry, C will have to play Free next, and the way that Free played that PBT, oh man, I think C is in big trouble.
Right.
That was really well played, an expert build done by Free.
The one thing that keeps my faith though is C plays Free on Circuit Breaker, and if you ever watch C versus Bisu on the streams, they play that map so much against each other, and there's not a better opponent to play than Bisu on Circuit Breaker and PVT, and he actually has a really good record versus Bisu. So I think that might give him the slight edge.
But we could also see Free do something really creative with Circuit Breaker, with like not a proxy, or even like a proxy in the middle of the base of the map.
Right. And it's also a really good map once you get up to Arbiter play for recalls.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so it looks like we're going to close it out. Comments you had on the games you want to get before we close out the cast today?
Just wanted to mention that next weekend we will be resuming on the 10th, and it will be Bisu versus Pusan in a PvP, Movie versus Mind, Haya versus Jaehoon, and C versus Free to start off the matches that Saturday. So, I mean, if you guys really love PvT, you're gonna get more than more than you could ever hope for in those last 3 games. And I think that alone is going to be very exciting. It's a very thrilling matchup, as we saw with Free versus Mong. If that's what we have to look forward to, next Saturday will be very exciting.
And it looks like we're going to be playing on the 2 new maps, the Avalon and the Mountain. And then mine will play Movie on La Mancha. It's actually one of my most favorite maps to play.
Right.
At least watch games on. They always had good games on that map, especially the way that carriers work on that map. You might see some carriers actually next week, which is something I look forward to seeing.
And of course, it has the desert tile set.
Oh yeah, the best tile set.
Although we actually do have, we didn't talk about it, but the Avalon has the winter tile set, which is very unique.
Yeah. And I thought that the winter tile set was fine for the map was designed because it's kind of like you had like a ice, like a lake in the middle,
right?
Like the ice, and then you have like the little islands around the map.
Yeah, it was designed pretty good. It doesn't look too terrible. But that'll wrap it up, guys. Thank you for listening to the cast. This is Kongdoo Starz League, casted by myself, BisuDagger, and amazing XKCD. We will see you next Saturday, and hopefully some little hiccups as we had today. Seemed like audio was pretty decent, video a little bit behind, but thank you all again for watching, supporting us. Follow myself on Twitch if you'd like, and XKCD, you have a Twitch channel that you'd like them to follow?
No, I never stream, unfortunately.
Yeah. So if you want to follow XKCD, follow me because he is streaming along with me as this co-caster combo is just going to be going throughout the KSL, making sure we watch every game and providing you with the best coverage possible.
Right.
All right, everybody take care and have a good night. Thank you so much again.
All right. Good night.